Our rule as a sales team is to never move forward asking someone for the business unless you've gone at least 3 layers deep on 2 out of the 4 pain buckets. I'm going to repeat that again. You never ask for the business or talk about your services until you've gone 3 layers deep in at least 2 of the pain buckets. Why? Surface level pain is not what we're looking for. We're looking for deep embedded pain and the root cause. And I want to metaphorically twist it and provoke it, not because I'm an asshole, but because I actually want to help this person. And I know as a smart business owner that people are 4 times as likely to make a decision based off of moving away from pain than they are to gain pleasure or the things that they want in their life. Let me give you an example. What would you do for $500? Some of you are like, not that important. Maybe some of you are hurting for money. You're like, I'd do backflips. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. If I gave each one of you $500, it just said, hey, you know what? My gift to you is giving you $500. And tonight you decide to take out your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or your fake boyfriend, your fake girlfriend, or someone out to dinner. And you take them out to dinner. You spend all $500 balling out at dinner. And then tomorrow we get on a call and I say, hey guys, I need that $500 back. You must pay me that $500 today. How pissed off would you be at me? Why? Because you already own the $500 and you losing it provokes more anger, more frustration, more sadness, more fear, more frustration than the emotions that come up for you to get $500. Can you guys just put in the chat, like put a 1 if that's making sense to you, if that's resonating? If you guys understand the difference between pain and pleasure. Cool. Most of you do. If you don't, you can put a 2. It's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I want to make sure we're covering it. Okay. So if that's the case, in order for you to sell a premium service, you have to go to more painful depths. The pain has to be bigger. Again, not because you're an a-hole, but because you actually want to get them the results. And the only way that you can get them the results is if they feel the consequences of inaction. The consequences of inaction. So we go through each one of these 4 pain buckets, one by one, by one, by one. And then 20, 30 minutes into the call, all we say is this. We call it making the turn. Everyone say making the turn on 3. 1, 2, 3, making the turn. We start off the call. Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, nice to meet you too. Hey, what got you interested in booking with me and learning about how to save money on taxes? Oh, well, this, that, and the other thing. Tell me more. Pain bucket, pain bucket, pain bucket. More questions, more questions, more questions about their pain buckets. That's it. Stay there. You have not talked about your services at all yet. 0, zip, nothing. And then you go like this. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that. We can absolutely support you with that. Our mission at Ryan Rose CPA, at Jose Garcia CPA, at Ben Yim CPA, our mission here is to save business owners who are the backbone of America tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars of taxes in the time that we work together. This is important to me. Help me understand. If we were able to save you 30% on taxes, where would you use that money? Now, I'm getting them to envision in their mind the outcome of what they're going to use that money for. The brain does not know the difference between imagination and reality. So if I can get someone to envision where they're going to use the money, It's as if they already went out to dinner and spent the $500. Are you guys with me on this? Okay. I got to get them to sensationalize it. Oh, wow, you want to go on vacation? Where would you go? Maui? Oh, wow, cool. What would you want to do in Maui? That's awesome. I ask questions, go 3 layers deep on where they envision using the money. Put a 1 in the chat if this is resonating, okay? I get them to own the 30% that we're going to save them in taxes. They now own it. Or if you're a CFO, I get them to own the $20,000 in profit that they're going to make in Q1. Would you buy more equipment? Would you buy rentals? Would you pay for marketing? Would you spend it on sales? Would you hire somebody? Would you get yourself out of the business? I want you to ask them questions that get them to own the money. All right? Then, and only then, as an integrity-based human being, do we have permission to ask for their business. Because up until this point, you actually don't know if you can solve their problem. So how dare us talk about how great our services is and all of our credentials and how badass we are as a CPA? How dare we talk about that before we even know they need our services? Y'all with me? Some of us, I actually had to, get on one of my sales reps yesterday after I listened to one of his calls. Some of us get on calls and we're like this. Here's why we're awesome, and here's my credentials, and I worked at PwC, and I've done this, and I've done that, and here's why you should work with me. Really good intentions. But it's out of order. You haven't earned the right to pitch. You haven't earned the right to ask for their business because you don't know what problem you're solving yet. You can assume because you've been on a zillion calls before, but they're not a number. They're a human being, and it's important for them to be able to express those things to you. Then and only then, once we've gone through at least 3 layers deep on 2 of the 4 pain buckets, and then we've gone through them owning the outcome, and we get them to sensationalize it, then we ask for the business. And we say something like this. We do what's called a test enrollment. Hey, based on everything you shared, it sounds like you want X, Y, and Z results, and you're trying to avoid A, B, and C pitfalls again. I'm confident that we're going to at least be able to save you 30 to 40% on taxes in the next year. And that's just year 1. That's not including every year going forward. Now, here's the key word, if we're able to do that, would you be interested in partnering? Would you be interested in moving forward? They're going to say, well, yeah, of course. Great. It sounds good. So we have X program or X package. Typically, we charge this much. But because you came to me through arbitrary place, we're actually going to charge you this much. The value of Scale Your Accounting Firm is $25,000. But because you guys are coming to us now, we offer it for $5,000. Working with Ryan one-on-one is tens of thousands of dollars. Working with Peter one-on-one is tens of thousands of dollars. Working with Brian, he goes and does 2-hour trainings for $20,000. But you guys get access to the same level of training for $5,000. So what I'm doing is I'm price marinating the value, and then I do a price drop to what we're actually going to charge. And then we close. The purpose of today's session was to go over the 4 pain buckets. I'm giving you a little bit of an outline on how the sales calls go. Let me go through that one more time. Intro, what got you to book this call today, or why tax advising, or why CFO now? Great, tell me more. Pain bucket, pain bucket, pain bucket, pain bucket. Go through it as much as you can so you've exhausted. Then you recap what they said. Okay, it looks like you're trying to get X, Y, and Z outcome and avoid A, B, and C things. Yes, I am. If we were able to help you save this much, or if we were able to help find this much in profitability, would that be something that you're interested in doing? When they say yes, you now have permission to close. Then you say, great, the value of our services is this, but because you came to us at this time or through this channel, we're offering it to you at this price. The investment is this. Great. And then you close. How would you like to move forward? By the way, if you sign up today, you also get a bonus one-on-one session with Ryan, Peter, or Brian. Sound familiar? Okay. So whatever your bonus is, you want to add a bonus in there right when you pitch. By the way, if you are able to move forward today, we're able to add this. Why do we get them to move forward today? I honestly hate it. I hate pressure. That being said, that's how human beings work. Everyone's got a plan to have washboard abs on January 1st. Not everyone even remembers what their motivations were by January 11th. Well, why is that? Because our best intentions decrease over time. If we don't make a decision at the peak of our interest, there's a law of diminishing intent. Every day and every hour that goes by, our likelihood to follow through on those actions diminish. How many of you have made a goal to read every morning, or made a goal to journal every morning, or pray every morning, or meditate every morning, and you did it for a day or two and then you completely forgot? Well, it's the same thing, guys. It's the same thing. If they don't take action today, the likelihood of them taking action diminishes drastically. Now, most of you are at the stage in your businesses where you don't yet have a sales team, but once you scale beyond like $700,000-$800,000, you're going to want to start thinking about someone taking those calls for you. And when that happens, that person is not going to be able to custom quote like you do, unless you have an accountant doing it. And newsflash, most accountants did not go into accounting because they want to do sales. You guys know that. I know I'm preaching to the choir. So why put someone who doesn't like sales and not necessarily the most skilled at it on your sales calls instead of someone who's designed to be there? But in order to do that, you have to have standardized upfront packages, because that person doesn't have your knowledge base. They can't custom quote the same way that you do. All right. So this is why we go through the 4 pain buckets.